This is quite interesting and unprecedented. Davido shut down an Igbo hater, because this is what I call it, Igbo hater. That's what it is. So someone had tweeted, Davido is currently hosting the Bright Chimezie after acknowledging him for inspiring his verse on With You a few days ago. And one Yakbel replied him and said, Davido just dey carry Igbo full body until when them betray him before he rest. Yoruba boy, they frolic with Igbos in 2025. They want your head and everything you have to belong to them. You can never satisfy Igbos. So Igbos are not people you surround yourself with as a Yoruba man. Davido came and replied and laughed out loud, I am Igbo by blood. God. Look, I'm never really into music, frankly speaking. I'm not the type who concerns myself with, music. I realize vibe to them once in a while, but I'm not really concerned really about Nigerian music. But from this day onwards, from this day going forward, I will carry Davido matter for my head, and I will be so petty about it. Did you see how he shut down this guy? No carry Igbo fool your entourage. Just paraphrasing what he said. The Igbos want your head. Oh, Jesus Christ. But I know genuinely that Yorubas don't think this way. The Yorubas that I know, that I have, spoken to, friends with, they are the best kinds of people you can think of on planet Earth. I mean, I keep going back to that 2023 elections. That 2023 elections did us dirty. I'm telling you, that 2023 elections did us very dirty. People used tribalism, bigotry, ethnicity, and stoke hatred. It was so unfortunate that we have found ourselves in the situation that we are in. Is bad. It's terrible. I mean, there's certain things I don't wish, myself or my siblings or my kids to come and witness this tribal bigotry that exists amongst Nigerians. What will make somebody in their right senses, in their right mind, say something like this about a tribe, about an entire tribe? Even if you've had an experience with, let's even say you've had experience with 100 of Igbo people, and most of them, made you come to this conclusion. Is that enough to now paint an entire tribe like what you have just done? Trust me, I'm not sure that guy has even met up to 100 Igbo people. At best, he must have heard what this person said, what this person said, what they said, what this person said, what this person said. Is always what they said. It's never about what they experienced. It's just like a video that I did when I traveled to South Africa. Last year, I traveled to South Africa. And that it was in the heat of that Chidinma thingy. Xenophobia and all those nonsense, that happened, that I traveled to South Africa. The Nigerians started booking boats in South Africa. And South Africa started booking boats in Nigeria. Nigeria says, no, you go wrong, though. And the narrative was that South Africans hate Nigerians and Nigerians are reciprocating it. Or better still, the reasons why South Africans hate Nigerians is because they are in their country. They're the ones that do the most crimes in their country. That's why South Africans hate Nigerians. And Nigerians drive the most cars, the best cars. They move around with the best women. And because of that, they hate Nigerians so much. I traveled to South Africa. In fact, I said, this one, I would be deliberate. I would go to the streets, where they say that the narrative is there. What I found out, really, because I'm a media person, and I check what's going on even in their media space in South Africa. What I found out is, when a crime happens, and it is a South African that perpetrated the crime in South Africa, it's seen as normal. Like, story now, story. Okay, South Africa. Oh, okay, the guy was hungry. Oh, the government should do the needful. Why would they allow him to go hungry? That's the reason why he did that. But when it is a Nigerian, no, get this. When it is a Nigerian that does it, oh, this is the reason why they are the ones driving the best of cars. They are stealing from our people. Oh, this is what I've been talking about. These Nigerians are here to take away our resources, to take away our jobs. And you know, when it's announced on the radio, when there's a news item or maybe a newspaper carries it, it's a thing. It's spoken for days, for weeks, for months. So it now becomes like, oh, this is it. Once you see a Nigerian, is he doing drugs? Is he going to steal? What is he going to do? Is he driving big cars? Oh, he's into drugs. Oh, he's got all the women because he's got a lot of money from doing drugs. He introduced our kids into drugs. That is what happens. That is what happens. You know, and if it is maybe somebody from Zimbabwe or somebody from Lesotho, or it may be some East Africa, Kenya, and the likes, Uganda, the noise will not be that as loud as it is when it is Nigerian. And here's what again this report actually I did. I think I have to repost this my report, and I'll post this my report, the report I did, because at some point I brought it down. I'll post it on the comments so you too can also see. I also found out that most of the crimes done in South Africa is done by South Africans. My dear, don't let anybody fool you. When they say most crimes are done by Nigerians, how many percentage of Nigerians live in South Africa, please? How many percentage of Nigerians live in South Africa? No, seriously, how many? Most of the crimes by foreigners, not. In that report, I established that most of the crimes done by you know, in South Africa are done by South Africans, locals. Then most of the crimes that are done by foreigners living in South Africa, Nigeria is not even in the top 5. You're hearing Zimbabwe, be hearing other countries, but see Nigerian, it's a no. But because media is involved, and there's of course there's this narrative, Nigerian, no, you know, there's this rivalry that Nigeria actually have with South Africa, you know, and the hate, of course, is always from the leaders. You know, there was this summit I attended in South Africa, sponsored by MTN, where the man explained to us how the origin of this so-called back and forth hate happened. That it started all way back from even Nelson Mandela. You know, I think I still have that report. I'm going to post it for you guys to see the trajectory, how we came to this point we are. Why we have this dichotomy, this back and forth, this distrust between Nigerians and South Africa. If not, what the heck? Nigeria is in West Africa. South Africa is in South Africa, far apart. It's not that they are neighbors or something. If you say Nigeria and Ghana, it's okay, they are neighbors. And this rivalry would always be there with neighbors, America and Canada. You know, China, Japan, you know, and the likes. You know, you can always have those conflicts because they are neighbors, all those kind of things. Normal. But Nigeria, South Africa, what's the hate about? Are we sharing borders? What was going on here? You know, so I would post that report. So stick around to this channel. I'm going to do that. I don't know why I even delved into this part, but I'm just saying largely that some of this hate are mostly about what we hear, not even our experiences. And even if you have that experience, with 1, 2, or 3 persons, or maybe what you hear, you heard it from just 1, 2, or 3 persons. How does that in any way give out an entire tribe? It's just like I had an issue with a Yoruba girl, or maybe she came to my house and she stole something from me, and then she leaves and never come back. And then I'll now say, instead of me to think to myself and say, I'm very stupid to have even tried to fall in love with a thief, or to talk of a girlfriend, then I now say, oh, that's how Yoruba girls are. I will never date a Yoruba girl. Even if I'm dating a Yoruba girl, I'm going to be careful. Why not pick the person as a thief and somebody who doesn't have a moral standing, than start associating his tribe or her tribe to what has happened to you? Why? Same thing goes with every other thing. Something happens, the person steals from you, the person cheats you, the person, says something about you, and then instead of you to take the person on based on what they are, who they are, their moral decadence that may have been fueled by their background, instead of you to do that, you start associating their tribe. You start associating people from that culture and that tradition to what the person have done. What is the correlation? It just tells us how myopic and how small-minded, how ill-matured that we all are based on these issues. So please, I don't want this video to be too long, because I mean, I've seen that my videos are becoming too long these days. I just said, let me end here. If you got a thing to say, please put in the comments. I would really love to hear from you. Thank you. I truly appreciate you.